What better way to kick off the Yuletide season than speaking with the iconic singer closely associated with Christmas among Filipinos?
Joining us live via Zoom, we have with us Jose Marie Chan himself. Good evening, welcome to The Big Story, and welcome home to the Philippines.
Thank you, Gretchen. Hello, Ed.
Hello. Magandang gabi. Pareho tayong time zone.
Advance ka, advance. O, Ninong.
I was going... Yes, Gretchen.
Maganda na raw kayo ng barong kasi malapit na raw.
Oo. Kamusta po kayo?
By the way, Ed, I was meaning to ask you, are you from Iloilo or Negros?
Well, my mother's from Iloilo. We're Dornilas, Amanto Dornila, from Dumangas.
Yes, I know that family. Doronila from Dumangas.
Yes. We're kind of notorious there.
No. The same town as Senator Frank Drilon.
Yes. And Rock Drilon.
Because in Iloilo, your family name, usually the first letter of the family name corresponds with the first letter of the town.
Yeah,
like
true.
Drilon from Dumangas, like Parcon from Putotan, Halandoni from Haro, Chan. No, Chan pala is from China. Sorry.
Okay. My dad is from Lipa, and that's why we are Lingao. So yeah, that still follows in Batangas as well.
That's cool.
You know, Ed, in the beginning, when I first saw your name, and I remember I had a picture taken with you, I thought that you're from Iloilo or from Negros because the word lingao is an Ilonggo word for entertain.
Wow!
Lingao.
Learned a lot.
And I know that the Visayans among watching the show now would verify that malingao will be entertained. Lingao, yeah. Anyway, let's go back to the main topic.
Ganda pala ng pangalan mo, Bok.
Well, I heard different versions from different provinces. Some of them were not very good.
Yeah. No. But lingao, you can ask any Ilonggo. Lingao is the word for entertain.
Perfect for the season.
Sa amon nga show. Yeah.
Okay, shoot, Gretchen.
Ninong, okay, you just came from the United States. Did you have the concert there with Walt Disney last August 20? Am I correct?
That's correct, Gretchen. It was the concert of the Filipino-American Symphony Orchestra. It was held at the Disney Concert Hall, and that concert featured my music.
Wow.
Under the direction of Maestro Robert Schroeder.
Speaking of your music, the album Christmas in Our Hearts was released 1990. I just like to say I was born 1990. so this is I would like to say part of my era. How did you have that album in that concert? And when we usher in the Christmas season, I mean, 2 years into the pandemic, is it any different with the way you celebrated it in the United States?
Well, I did. I did not go to the U.S. for the Christmas season. I made sure that I'm back after only 2 weeks because I have that business to handle. I have that business to look after, so I couldn't stay away that long, and especially because now there seems to be sugar mess. I'm sure you've been reading about it in the papers.
Yes.
So I wanted to get back because it's the start of the milling season, the sugar milling season. But yes, Christmas to me means family. The best way to spend your Christmas season is to be with your loved ones, with your family, with your children and grandchildren.
Mm-hmm. But sir, at the same time, before I ask the question, do you have any songs from 1967? Just kidding.
Yes. Okay, no. In fact, Ed, 1967 was the year that I came out with my first ever recording. It's a song called Afterglow.
Oh, Afterglow.
Oh my God, I love that song.
Afterglow is 67.
I love that song.
67. And the flip side of that record was Pines, Pines, as a pine trees.
Pine trees.
So Afterglow, because that was the year also that I hosted a TV show called Nine Teeners. That was before you were born. Your parents would remember that show. Get around, 19ers, and up around, 19ers. And in that show, we guested several combos, bands. And one of the bands that regularly played in that show, 19ers, which I hosted, by the way, was a band called Tilt Down Men, headed by Senator Tito Soto.
Tito Soto. Oh, okay. Well, I wasn't really expecting an answer, but he had an answer. But anyway, sir, going to my question, you've been dubbed as the father of Filipino Christmas music. Some would even say would practically relate Christmas to you, especially when the bear months come around. But at the same time, I also understand that in some interviews you've said that sometimes you're not very comfortable with the way that people associate you and Christmas. Tell us more about that and what you think Christmas should be about.
No, there are two different subjects. One is what they call the father of Christmas music. Mm-hmm. I sincerely say, please do not call me father of Christmas music, because Ed, long before you and I were born, there were hundreds of Christmas songs composed here in the Philippines. Mm-hmm. I grew up listening to the Daigons, the Cosmos, the Christmas carols. And so I'm not the father of Christmas music. Absolutely not. No. But for my songs to be associated with the Christmas season, that is a blessing.
Yeah.
Because imagine, Gretchen, that song, Christmas in Our Hearts, is 32 years old. And it continues to be sung and appreciated and loved by our countrymen, young and old alike. And so it is a blessing, and I'm truly honored. I'm truly honored that until now, my song remains a favorite during the Christmas season.
Yeah, and it's a song for family that can be sung by a family.
I feel like we can go on this conversation for hours, because you got a lot of stories to tell across those 32 years. But
Plus.
we'll have more of you hopefully on my show on Friday, Frontline sa Umaga. And before we let you go, gusto ko lang sabihin, no, Christmas is also my season. Gretchen, ho, ho, ho.
Oh, no.
No, I brought some props because I love Christmas just like you. And I'd like to say thank you. As a child who grew up 1990 up until now, you kept Christmas alive. I mean, the spirit of my childhood lives with your music. So I'd like to thank you for that.
And mine too. Even though I belong to a completely different, earlier generation. But baka we can ask huh?
Can you sing for us?
My idea of a perfect Christmas is to spend it with you in a party or dinner for two. Anywhere would do.
Ang sarap sa puso talaga. Ang sarap niyo po talaga. Maraming salamat.
Can we extend it some more?
No, I can listen to you the whole night. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Please do enjoy your rounds.
Merry Christmas in advance to both of you.
And to you too,
Gretchen
sir.
and Ed, a very Merry Christmas. And may the joy and spirit of Christmas remain with you all through the new year.
That goes for all of our viewers tonight.
Thank you, sir.